Hey everybody, Shield here for another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. And like I said at the end of our last episode, we're going to start this episode with the A Realm Reborn intro cutscene, which will tie together the flashback that we had at the feast with Raubahn, and that'll tie together that part of the cutscene and how the new world started. So I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to let this play. Okay, so I'm glad I didn't do that at the end of last episode, because that was almost 10 minutes of cutscene. Would have made last episode almost an hour long. To break that down a little bit, though, the 5 who we saw at the end there that got teleported, those are currently, minor spoilers, currently unnamed Warriors of Light. Those are the 5 that Raubahn could not remember who they were, or anybody that could not remember who they were. We saw Thancred, who was praying at the statue in Ul'dahn. There was 1, 2, 3 others that we can only assume are colleagues of his. At this point in the game, we can only assume are colleagues of his. We saw, obviously, the 3 leaders, Raubahn, and then the 2 that we don't know yet. The most important one. So the old man who was conjuring the barrier and teleported the Warriors of Light, he is Louisoix that Raubahn referenced last episode in the cutscene, in the flashback. But I just wanted to break that down a little bit more, so we know who is who. I've been waiting for you. I trust you're fully recovered. Good, because there's much work to be done. Work that I would have you do. Listen well. This will take some time to explain. And we get a little small pet from this. Actually, I think this is the end of the single story. I've prepared these letters from my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. "5 years ago, we looked on, powerless, as our brothers and sisters were taken from us at Cartano, first by the Garleans, and then by some thrice-stand Primal called forth by their treachery. Not a day goes by that I do not think about my fallen comrades, and of the Warriors of Light, of whom no trace remained. The tragedies of the Calamity are not so easily forgotten, nor should they be. In remembering all we've lost, we're reminded of what we still have. And so, I mean to mark the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartano with a memorial service honoring the fallen. It is my hope that my counterparts in the Alliance will agree to do the same. And I would have you bear my words to them as my personal envoy. Why you? Because your deeds mark you out as the nearest thing I have to a Warrior of Light. I can think of none more worthy of the role. The question is, will you accept it?" Then it is agreed. You will journey to Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as my official representative. Now, that's a great many miles to travel, but I have neither the time nor patience to wait around while you do it on foot. I hereby grant you permission to use the airship routes connecting the 3 city-states. This pass serves as proof of your privilege. Gone are the days when the airship travel was available to all. The ever-present threat of Imperial attack has forced us to impose drastic restrictions out of concern for public safety. These passes are only granted when circumstance demands it, as in this case. Though, there were others who insisted you be granted one regardless. I'm not alone in seeing it. Your potential is plain. But I have said enough. In the name of Sultana, I bid you go forth. See for yourself the wonders of the realm for which the Warriors of Light risked all. Rise to your calling and fulfill your promise. And should your path be barred by beast or man, or by man or beast, strike fast and true, for victory belongs to the bold. Now go, and heed the crystal's guidance should you ever lose your way. And this is pretty much where people start naming us as a Warrior of Light, as Raubahn already did. I gotta go to the airship. Oh no, we gotta go to Momodi first. And then we'll just walk. And this, like I said, I think is where the stories finally meet up, because we can go the other places now. Ah, back from your meeting with Raubahn, are you? What did the big man have to say? Is that a fact? Personal envoy of the Flame General himself. So you'll be bearing the great man's words to the leaders of the Alliance, will you? And by airship. Bugger me, that's an honor and a half it is. But I can't think of anyone who deserves it more. I'm proud of you. I truly am. Now, I dare say Raubahn told you this, but not many people get to go on airships these days. In fact, most folk go to their graves having never once seen Eorzea from above. Poor buggers shuffle off to meet Thal, having never known the blues of Limsa, Lominson's, shimmering seas, or the myriad greens of leafy Gridania. But not you. You'll see those sights and more, and everywhere you go, you'll find fascinating folk with fascinating tales to tell. The people you meet, the places you go, savor those experiences, for they are all priceless, or priceless all. Saying that, it'd be remiss of me if I didn't remind you to be careful out there. Ul'dahn ain't the only place beset by troubles, and you'll discover when you visit Limsa and Gridania. Truth be told, that might well be exactly what the General wants you to realize. I think he knows what kind of man you are. And what kind's that, you ask? Why, the kind that can't resist sticking his nose in other people's business, of course. And don't you ever go changing. Safe travels. I'll see you when you get back. And now we go to the airship landing. So actually, what I think I'm going to do is, before we go anywhere, I'm going to do the Hall of the Novice, and I'll do it as a separate extra upload for this episode. So I'll do it, cut it out from the video, and upload it separately, if that makes sense. So there'll be this episode without the Hall of the Novice, and then in addition we'll have the sub-episode that will be just the Hall of the Novice. So, once I finish that, I will be back. Alright, so we're back from the Hall of the Novice. We've got a new set of gear for the most part, missing belt and head, but everything else is from the Hall of the Novice. Hour level, really good gear. And we've got about 20 minutes for the remainder of the episode here. So we'll head straight to that airship landing through the 8th, or actually we're right here. I might as well just run. To the airship landing. And we did gain a bunch of experience. We're 18 now. Greetings, sir. This is the reservation counter for passengers traveling to Limsa Lominsa. If I'm not mistaken, you're the Flame General's envoy, Ackman Highshield, yes? Excuse me. Highwind Skyways is at your service. Will you be flying with us today? Yes. Board the airship. Attention all passengers. The airship bound for Limsa Lominsa is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate. When we first met beneath the Sultan tree, I sensed there was something unusual about him. I wonder if they will feel the same. Godspeed. Godspeed. If I'm right, they'll be singing your praises from here to the far reach before long. May you always walk in the light of the crystal.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great meat guard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet, it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech Research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Ul'dahn, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland. Soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
And we have dropped in Lominsa. Give me just a second, I need to plug my headset in. I don't know if it will trigger the system sounds or not. Alright, it looks like it did, so I just cut out that little bit. So we need to make our way to the attendant. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dahn. Welcome to Lominsa, sir. Admiral Blowswin awaits your arrival. You are the Ul'dahn envoy. Welcome to Lominsa. The Admiral has been long. Oh my god. The Admiral has been looking forward to your arrival. Please proceed to the Crow's Lift at your earliest convenience. It will take you to Bulwark Hall. Once there, pray speak to Xanthale. He will be pleased to show you into the Admiral's command room on the bridge. Oh, reading is not going well lately at all. So before we go there, we will pick up this Aetheryte. This will give us access to Limsa. And Limsa is the go-to area. You'll pretty much meet all types of players in Limsa. We'll just go right over here. Greetings, sir, and welcome to our fair city. If you would permit me to examine the seal on the missive you carry. Letter addressed to Livingston Admiral Merwell Blowswin. Oop. Yes, everything seems in order. My apologies, we cannot afford to be complacent, you understand? Please step this way.
Enter. So the silver-tongued merchants send an adventurer to speak for them. It appears the Ul'dahns place great faith in you. This way. I bid you welcome. I am Melve Blufisvin, Admiral of Lominsa, and Commander of the Maelstrom. Now, what news from Thanalan?
A memorial service to honor the fallen. Seven hells. Has it been 5 years? 5 years since the Garlean Empire sought to wrest Eorzea from our grasp. It was an answer to the Imperial threat that the city-states formed the Grand Companies and forged the Eorzean alliance anew. But Garlemald was not content to wager all on a simple contest of martial might. They had other plans, the Meteor Project. Legatus Nail von Darnus, Hellstaken, intended to cleanse our realm by snatching the lesser moon, Dalamud, from the heavens and casting it down upon our heads. Desperate to prevent this lunatic scheme, we marched our forces to the Cartano Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion in battle. Never have I seen a fight like the Battle of Cartano, and I have seen full many. But though we gave no quarter, spared not one ounce of effort, we could not prevent what followed. From inside the shell of Dalamud came a winged nightmare, a dragon the size of a bloody city. 'Twas the elder Primal Bahamut, bent on making an 8th hell of Eorzea. In the space of a breath, the legions of the Empire were set aflame, while our own armies fared little better. 'Twas as if the whole world was burning. Words cannot well describe the scene. And yet, by some miracle, a few among us were spared. Even as I steeled myself for death, a blinding white light enveloped me, robbing me of my senses. When I regained them, the dragon was gone, and the still smoldering land was warped beyond all knowing. Were Archon Louis still with us, he would doubtless shed some light on these unfathomable happenings. Alas, he is not, and I fear we will want for his wisdom in the days to come. For while our nation struggled to recover from the devastation, the beastmen call forth their damned primals to torment us anew. Unless we put aside our differences and rebuild now, our foes will catch us unprepared. And I speak not only of the beastmen. Do not imagine that the Empire has forsaken its claim on Eorzea. The Imperials crowd our borders, waiting to strike. Damn it all, we need champions to replace those we lost. But such thoughts are worse than worthless. Time is short, and none will save ourselves. It is the duty of every soul who survived the Calamity to work together for the good of Eorzea, and this memorial service may be the very thing to unite us. Aye, Raubahn has the right of it. I accept his proposal. Your duty is done here, adventurer. I will see to it that the Flame General receives my reply. You travel next to Gordania, yes? Pray, give my regards to the Elder Seedseer. Oh, and tell her the wolf has been sniffing about the tables. A private jest, and one in poor taste, but I would have you tell it all the same. Very well, Ackerman. May the Navigator guide you on your journey. Now, just gotta go back up here to the airship landing. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gordania. Pleasure to serve you again. Are you ready to board the ship to Gordania? Yes. our way back up to here. Ah, you must be the envoy from Ul'dahn. Welcome to Gridania. The Elder Seedseer awaits your arrival. Greetings, good sir. You are the Ul'dahn envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray, make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand where the Elder Seedseer awaits. So, I did not mention it in Limsa, but there are obviously the different jobs that you can pick up in the different cities. So, like here, you can pick up carpenter for crafting, you can pick up lancer, archer, botanist for gathering, leatherworking, conjurer, lancer, I already said, and that's it over here. And then in Limsa, you can pick up marauder, rogue, arcanist, which goes into two separate jobs actually. Goes into scholar and summoner. Oh, summoner is the upgrade arcanist. So when you hit there, you get both of the soul crystals. Marauders in Limsa, Dark Knight, Gunbreaker expansions, Conjurers here, Scholars Limsa, Astrologian is Heavensward, which is the expansion. Pugilist is Ul'dahn, Lancer is here, Rogue is Limsa, Samurai is Stormblood expansion, Archer is here, Machinist is Heavensward, Dancer is Shadowbringers, Thaumaturge is Ul'dahn, Arcanist is Limsa, Red Mage is Stormblood, I think. And Blue Mage is Limited, which I don't even remember where to pick that up because it's not. It's kind of a joke class, but they've recently updated it, so it goes to level 70 now, I think. 60 or 70, but that's a whole nother thing altogether. But we will meet with the Elder Seedseer, and then that will probably be the episode. So just getting to explore the other areas this time around. Oh, I never even mentioned interject. So we got this while we were doing the Hall of the Novice. Interject is all of the tank classes. That's their interrupt, so you can interrupt spells that are being cast. Letter addressed to the Gridanian Elder Seedseer, Khan E. Senna. Verily, this is the seal of the Supreme Commander of the Immortal Flames. Please come with me.
So you are the Ul'dahn Envoy. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan E. Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Flame General.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartano. Pray tell me, adventurer, what do you know of our conflict with the Empire? Yes. It would seem my counterparts require the tale in some detail. That as well. A message from the Admiral. A wolf has been sniffing around her stables, you say? I see. Well, I shall be pleased to provide her with such counsel as I am able. But first, friend of my friend, I will tell you more of the Garlean threat. For the greater part of its history, Garlemald was not even among the most influential nations in Ilzabard, the northern continent. However, its innovations in the field of magitech, some 50 years past, helped to raise it from the depths of obscurity. Emboldened by this technology, it set about subjugating its neighbors, swiftly absorbing each into its ever-expanding territory. And when all of Ilzabard lay within its grasp, it turned its ravenous gaze upon Eorzea. Yet Garlemald's transformation did not come about by virtue of magitech alone. Its success owed much to the consummate leadership of its first and reigning emperor, Solus Zoscalvis, the man who built an empire in his own lifetime. Yet he has lived long, and after more than 80 winters, it is said that he grows frail, and ever more prone to illness. If rumors are to be believed, the matter of succession has destabilized the imperial court. This would explain the Empire's relative inactivity in recent years, which has granted us much needed time to rebuild. Yet we cannot allow ourselves to become complacent, for Garlemald still maintains a presence in Eorzea, in the form of the 14th Imperial Legion. Commanding this great host is Legatus Gaius von Belsar, a man whose ambitions are well known to us. So long as he breathes Eorzean air, none of us may sleep easy. The Calamity wreaks such devastation upon the realm that it has been all... wreaked such devastation upon the realm that it has been all we could do to nurse our wounds. Never mind rebuild our defenses. Simply put, we have not the strength to repel the Empire. To add to our woes, these tribes continue to summon their primals, whose very existence is a bane upon the land. Each nation is beset with its own primal problem. None has the resources to look beyond its own borders. The Admiral desires my counsel regarding a brazen wolf. She means to tell me that the Empire may soon resume its advance. Though the Primals pose an undeniable threat to our survival, the threat posed by the Garleans is greater still. Clearly, each nation can no longer afford to think only of that which occurs within its own borders. A storm gathers upon the horizon. If we are to weather it, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may help to rekindle the spirit of unity which brought the peoples of Eorzea together when last the Empire threatened our liberty. The Flame General was wise to make his proposal, and I wholeheartedly approve of it. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. Your work here is done, my friend. I shall send my reply to the Flame General forthwith. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safely home. You may now make use of the airship routes connected to 3 nations. Before you board the airship, you must pay the fee and guild. And with that, going to end the episode here. We're a little bit over, but that's not too bad. But yeah, now that we're in the main combined story, things should pick up pretty nicely. I'm excited to see how the rest of the series goes. But with everything being said, thank you all for watching as usual. And if you feel so inclined, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Have a good one.